So guys, I'm back in the UK at the minute for a few weeks. That in itself was probably a mistake, but obviously I've not been back for nearly half a year. So there's definitely things that needed to get done here. Currently, I don't feel great in myself in terms of like food, lack of daylight, lack of sunshine, it being freezing. I mean, it's about 10 degrees at the moment and it's September, but there's no sunshine to be seen. It's wet, it's cold, you know. It's not super, but you know, like most seasons, it's hit or miss. I was looking for an Indian summer. I've not got one currently, so I'm here for another couple of weeks probably. I have looked at going back early, I won't lie, but I won't. I will stick it out. I have got stuff to do here. I am working, I'm doing some stuff, and to be honest, given my housing situation, I'm not sure what I'm going to do in October either. Now, prices dropped remarkably in November and I am looking at property all the time. So that is something that will sort itself out. And, you know, I've learned so much from travelling around and staying in different places. And I probably am going to stay in Paphos. I think just there's a lot of advantages to it. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's lots of things I don't particularly like about it as well, which I won't get into, but and I'd be happy to live anywhere, and I'm glad I've had that opportunity, and will continue to travel and continue to have that opportunity, I think. But I also need to kind of knuckle down and do some work, you know, and this is the problem. You can only do so much when you're travelling from place to place, realistically. I am thinking of maybe going somewhere else in October, just because I can, and just because it's not going to cost me any more than staying in Cyprus. But equally, I want to enjoy the last bits of the summer, because I kind of feel like I haven't necessarily done enough of that, or appreciated the weather or where I'm living enough. And obviously that's the point about coming back here, isn't it? Like, I get the reality shock of what the alternative is. And even when I had my moment where I didn't want to stay and all that sort of thing, I was never going to come back to the UK. That was not an option. But yeah, it's definitely given me time to think and process stuff and get on with things as well. But I know that I need that base. I know that I need to just knuckle down and get on with things now. And like this whole digital nomad thing where people travel, like it's not for me. You know, I definitely want to travel more and do more stuff, but at the same time, I also want a home again. I also want to cook and have nice things and not be living out my car, basically. So that's what we're up to. But no, I mean, my life isn't terrible, at all. But yeah, I don't feel as good. And one of the reasons I moved to Cyprus actually was for food, and it was for sunshine, and it was for those health benefits, which I've definitely had. And I don't know what it is, but as soon as I come back here, I'm not feeling it. You know, I just feel like, you know, food isn't as fresh, it isn't as good. Obviously, I'm having to eat food that I probably wouldn't eat in Cyprus, and I do call Cyprus home. So I think that tells you something as well, doesn't it? So yeah, but you got to do what you got to do whilst you got to do it, right? So and I have good food here, don't get me wrong, but it's just not the same. And I think I live on my own, and I'm very much in control of my own diet as well. So like those times when you are hungry, or you do want a pizza, or you want something else to eat, then you just go and eat it, don't you? But I think when you've got to consider other people or being in somebody else's home, you've got to suck up the alternative as well. So that's where we are at the moment. Like I say, I'm not doing anything much fun. If I do anything, I won't make a video, but generally I'm not. Like I'm going to the gym. I played badminton yesterday. Just in a dark, cold place currently, so there's not a lot going on. But no, I'm working hard. I'm getting stuff done that needs to get done, and just I've got a bit of clarity and I've got a bit of space just to get on with stuff. But yeah, so options for October are either taking weekend trips from Cyprus, or have been thinking about going to Italy for a couple of weeks. And it's one of those things where I'm a bit like, well, got the alternative, got the option of doing it, got the time to do it, why not, kind of thing. But equally, the other part of my brain's like, you need to settle down, Emma, and just do some work and get some money in. So you can't be on this long-term holiday forever, can you? So yeah, so there's that. So all of that needs to be thought about, but not making any mad decisions at the moment, just getting on with things. But I think like in November, that's kind of, we're in winter then, and we're not travelling as much and we're not doing as much. So yeah, all things to be thought about, I think.